Welcome, guys, to the 7-week, 7 Streams Income Creation Academy. We're going to be going over 7 streams each week. We'll go over a separate stream of income. Now, cool thing about these streams of income is I'm going to set it out in such a way that you will have a foundation, and then the next one will build off of it, and the next one will build off of it, and again, and again, and again. And the cool thing is, so you're not going to have to get like 7 different jobs, right? So I don't want you to think of it that way. I want you to think of it as one creation of income and 7 different streams, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started into the streams of income. So why do we need multiple streams of income? So for me, I started doing my first stream of income, door-to-door sales, in 2014. $17,000 is what I made for those couple of months that I was out there selling. And it was really good. I was able to pay for my college tuition and help me out there. Second year, doing door-to-door sales, 2015, I was doing door-to-door sales, had a team, got some sales for myself. In about 3-4 months, I made the $36,000. And so that excited me. It was pretty good. And started realizing that door-to-door wasn't really for me. It was going to take up a lot of my time and a lot of energy. And so I switched over to phone sales. And so in 2016, I switched to phone sales. Worked at a warranty company, sold supplements, and realized I could talk to more people, which made more sales. Still, just one stream of income at that point. 2017, I was still in phone sales, started getting into network marketing, and I felt like this was when I hit my peak. I was doing really well, making a lot of money. I had 2 streams of income. I had my day job doing phone sales, selling supplements, on the side, network marketing company, okay? And made about $152,000 that year. Now, at the end of the year, in October, they were doing a convention at the network marketing, actually up in Park City. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to that. It's going to be fun. I walked across the stage, got in the car. It was great. But at that convention, they announced something like, hey, our whole company, we're going to be moving to a new industry. We're going to be selling new products. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay. I just brought in a whole team, and all of these people don't really care about this new industry. So what am I going to do? So literally over a couple of months, my team fell apart, and it was upsetting for sure. And then to make matters worse, on top of that, when I was at the convention, while I was not at work, they brought everyone in together and saying, hey, oh, by the way, we are cutting the pay and your bonuses are cut in half. And basically your paychecks will be about 60 to 70% smaller than they were before. So just FYI. And so literally, like, it was crazy. Like, lost 80% of my income at the time, and didn't know what really to do. 2018, I started doing coaching and phone sales, made $101,000. Oh, and the big key that in 2017 I realized is I need to create multiple streams of income, and I cannot rely on just 1 or 2. I need multiple. Okay, so 2018, I started doing coaching and helping people out with their sales, started doing phone sales again as well. And then 2019, I currently have 7 streams of income, and my goal is to make $250,000 this year with those 7 streams of income, and not solely relying on any one of those incomes, okay? And so my goal for you is to start creating these multiple streams of income, and by the end of the 7 weeks, if you go through each thing that I'm telling you, you could easily be making another $1,000, $2,000 a month from all the streams of income that are coming in, okay? That's ultimately my goal for everybody. So getting the multiple streams of income is the key. The way to do this is it's all through automation. So you're going to start off as a service-based product, service-based income, and then you're going to be moving over to a product-based income. Now, what do I mean by that? Service-based income is something that you are selling your time. You're trading your time for the money. And then product is you invest your time into a product and then you sell that product. The ultimate goal is to switch from service to product income, because the cool thing about product is you don't have to be there for the sale to take place. You can be away from the the sale. You can hire someone else to sell the product, and that's the ultimate goal, and that creates more freedom for you. Okay, more freedom, more time. What is the first stream of income? First stream of income is sales. Okay, this is the foundation for all your additional streams of income. All your additional streams of income will work so much better if you know the concept of sales and how sales psychology works and how to motivate people and inspire people. And that's what really sales is. When I was doing sales, doing door to door, I was really bad to start with. And what made me better was realizing this one thing, that sales is creation. I read a quote that the best way to predict the future is to create it. And so these last 4 or 5 years, I've been really intensely studying about creation and the creation process and how that works to be able to make something happen and to create something new into existence. And literally, when you are selling something, you are trading something of value for something of other value. And you're literally bringing money into the economy that normally wasn't there. Like when I was doing door-to-door sales, I was selling satellite TV. I sold the satellite. I gave the technician a job. Now I had all the networks got their money. All of the people that were servicing that customer got money. The customer service people got their money, right? All from a sell, all from a simple sell. So you need to understand how to sell. So literally in everything that you do, sales is everything from your relationship to your health, to your loved ones, to your actual job. Everything that you do is in sales. Okay. Pros and cons to sales. Pros, again, is you get paid off of your results, right? So if you're a go-getter, you like to hustle, you like to make things happen, sales is an awesome thing for you. And I'm sure if you're listening and watching this video, then sales, you are probably already in sales, and see how sales can help you, because you want to get things done. You want to make things happen. And so you get paid for every single time a sale is made. And that's how some sales, depends on different industries, but you get paid when the sales happens and you get paid on those results. Cool thing is, well, I had a bad experience with this when I was in high school. I did a great project. I worked really hard on it. I felt like I got like a ton of effort in the product, into the to the product, into my project. And I ended up getting a grade that was like an A minus, and I was like, well, that sucks. Like I wanted an A. Someone else, they just kind of like, you could tell they kind of just like threw things together, but they did a good job. They met all the requirements, and they still got 95, and they got a A minus as well. I was like, what? How did this happen? Like mine would totally sell for more. Like mine has so much more value, right? You actually get paid on your value, and the results that you bring to other people. Other pros is you actually there's a lot more job opportunities with sales, because every single product needs to be sold. Also another thing with sales is there's asymmetrical risk. So you can work really hard, you can fail a lot, and then you can sell one thing and it makes up for the hour or two that you were just failing, and you can make call, and it all makes up for itself in the end. Okay. Now with pros, there's also cons. And you don't get paid off of your effort, right? You can put a ton of effort into something and not complete it. You don't get paid for that, right? With sales, it can fluctuate. So like literally someone is in control of your income, right? If they change the product, they change the commission, it can fluctuate. And so you need to make sure you take that into consideration. So when you're doing types of sales, there's phone sales, door-to-door sales, face-to-face, business-to-business, customer-to-customer, or direct-to-customer, inbound phone sales, outbound phone sales. There's tons of different types of sales, but they all follow the same sales process. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about the sales process and how it works. And so make sure that you watch that one. When you are out there, you may be wondering, like, okay, so I know there's tons of different things that I could sell. Like, what do I look for when I'm looking for a sales gig? So here are a couple of things that I look for. Number one, what are the top people making? And are you comfortable making a little less than that? Right? Because you're a hard worker, you're above average, you're probably going to be slightly below the top performers. What are the top performers doing? What are they making? Okay. I always shoot for six figures. Like, if there's no one making over six figures, then I move on to some other place. Okay, because it's all about the law of the level, which is you can only grow so much. And then there's the law of the lid, which is, if it's an example of, like, if you dump fleas into a jar, they'll all jump out. But if you put fleas in the jar and then you put a lid on top of the jar, what happens? Oh, they don't jump out anymore because they've hit their head so many times, right? You need to find the lid. You need to find the level of where you're at. Okay. Another thing to look for are the products that you believe in, right? I would not be selling, if I was a vegan, I would not be selling steak. There was a guy, one of my mentors, he went to a steakhouse and he asked the server what steak was the best or what was the special, and how they, what's the way that they serve their steak. And the server was vegan. I was like, oh, that's a bad idea. Basically, you need to have some experience with the product. Like, I used to hire people to work at a place where we sell supplements, and there was people that all the time applied, and they're like, I have no idea what supplements do or what they are, but I guess I'm willing to learn. Like, I would much rather talk to someone that already knows about supplements than someone that doesn't. Okay, so you have to believe in the product, use the product, understand the product. Another thing is like traffic, which traffic means like leads or customers. Like, where are the customers coming from? Where are the leads coming from? How do they approach the leads? Are you comfortable with that? And then the huge piece of selling is the training. What kind of training do they give the people? How do they support the salespeople? How do they treat them? How do they support them? Do they practice them? Because the little things that you do every single day, if you train yourself, that's going to make you a better person. The key is for you to practice, train, drill, rehearse if you're going to be in sales. And honestly, you should be practicing, training, drilling, rehearse every single day, because sales is everything that you do. So tune in on the next video. We'll go over the actual sales process, how it works, and how it relates to the creation process of creating your goals and creating other things into reality. So keep tuned for that. Thank you for being here. Go create